Hello dear children, this is the second video of this week, class 8, chapter number 5, Introduction to Java. And in this video, I will discuss about the following topics. First, understanding data types, second one literals, and third one types of literals. So let us come to the first topic, children. Understanding data types. What are data types in Java? Data types specify different sizes and values that can be stored in the variable. And there are two types of data types in Java. First is primitive data types and second one is non-primitive data types. Data types specify different sizes and values that can be stored in a variable. In a variable like x, y, we can store some values. Okay, we can store some words, we can store some digits, and we can make we can create two types of variables in Java. We can create two types of data types in Java. First is primitive data type and second one is non-primitive data type. What are primitive data types? The primitive data types include Boolean values, means true or false, character values, that is char, byte, short, int, long, float and double. These are primitive data types in Java. And what are non-primitive data types? The non-primitive data types include classes, interfaces and arrays. So we will discuss it later, non-primitive data types. Now coming to the primitive data types. There are 8 basic primitive data types which is given below. Okay. First one is byte. Now when you take byte, it will take 1 byte of memory. What is its size? 1 byte. And it can store the whole numbers from -128 to 127. It can store an integer whose value can be -128 to 127. Okay, this is the range of byte data type. Second one is short data type. It takes 2 bytes of memory in computer. 2 bytes of memory means in RAM it will take 2 bytes of memory, and it can store the whole numbers which can range from -32,768 to 32,767. Okay, any value related to this range can be stored in short data type. Now coming to the int data type, which is mostly used in Java program, and it takes 4 bytes of memory. It can store the whole numbers, and the range is given here. You can see the range. This range can be stored in int data type. Any value related to this range can be stored in int data type. Now coming to the next one, that is long. If the number is very big and that needs to be stored in a variable, then this type of long data type is used in our programming, and it takes 8 bytes of memory. Now another data type is float. It takes 4 bytes of memory, and decimal number, the fractional number, can be stored in a variable. The decimal number can be stored in a variable, and which is sufficient for storing 6 to 7 decimal digits. Now next one is double data type. It takes 8 bytes of memory and it also stores fractional numbers. Okay, but it is bigger than float. Float is float is used for storing a smaller value, and double is used for storing bigger values. It takes 8 bytes of memory, and it can also store decimal values. It can also store fractional values, which is sufficient for storing 15 decimal digits. Now next one, Boolean. It is Boolean data type which takes 1 bit of memory and stores true or false values. Next one, char data type. Char data type is used for storing a single character or a single letter or ASCII value. and it takes a memory of 2 bytes. Now you understand what is character, what is letter, but what are ASCII values? Every digit, every letters in computer have some ASCII values. Suppose if you take capital A, if you take a letter capital A, then its ASCII value is 65. So every letters in computer have some kind of ASCII value. And if you take CAD data type, then it will take 2 bytes of memory and it stores a single character or letter or some ASCII values. Now next topic is literals. What are literals in Java? A literal denotes a constant. Whenever you take a constant, it is said literals in Java. Java literals are representations of Booleans character numeric Java literals are representations of Boolean character numeric or string data. Anything can be there in the literals. It can be Boolean, it can be character, it can be numeric, or it can be string data. String means some words or some sentences. Literals provide a means of expressing a specific values in your program. If you provide some specific values in your program, then you can say that is a literal. For example, for instance, hello world. I have written hello world in double quote, and whatever the thing which is written in double quote, it is a string in Java. So what kind of literal is this? This is a string literal. Hello world is a string literal and its meaning is the word hello world. Java has several kinds of literal and they are character literal, string literal, integer literal, floating point literal and Boolean literal. Now coming to the next topic, I will discuss all the literals one by one. First one is character literal. Character literal are enclosed in single quotes only and must have exactly one character. You can't write 2 characters within a single quote. Otherwise it will create an error. For example, for defining a character literal, you can write A in a single quote, which is a character literal, that means the letter A. You can write some another letter B, C, D, E, F, any letter you can write. Now coming to this type of escape sequence, a backslash is used to denote the non-primitive characters. These are the non-primitive characters and these are called escape sequence in Java, and I will discuss some of the escape sequence. Now first one is line feed. It is denoted by \n. \n which is used for new line. Whenever there is a requirement of new line in Java, you have to use \n. Second one is carriage return, \r. When you use this type of thing in Java programming, then it will move the cursor to the beginning of the line. For giving horizontal space, okay, horizontal tab, you have to write \t, which is used for tab spacing in Java. Backslash, when you have to print backslash, then what you will do, you have to give double /, which prints a backslash in Java. For single quote, you have to write \single quote, which denotes a single quotation mark, single quote character, okay, which denotes a single quote character in Java. Next one, double quote. Double quote, \double quote, which denotes a double quotation mark and double quote character and prints double quote. It will simply print double quote in your program. And backspace, for deleting a single character, to move one character back, you have to write \b. Delete, it is used for the deletion of a single character. Now these are the escape sequence which is used in Java, and it is used for giving some types of effects in your programming. For new line, to move the cursor to the first position of the line, for giving some space, for printing some characters, for deleting a character. These escape sequence are used, which have some types of effects in the programming of Java. Now coming to the next topic, string literals. The string literal is always enclosed in double quotes. For example, hello world, and it is enclosed within double quote. It is a type of string. It is called string literal in Java, and I can store any type of string in a variable. I have written string str. So str is a variable here, and I am going to store some sentence in str. I can use string a, and I can store some sentence in string a. Okay, so here I have used str, and I have written NEHS is one of the best school of Patna. So this sentence has been inserted in string str. Okay, str string has the value NEHS is one of the best school of Patna. Now this is a long sentence, and it will be printed in a single line. And if you want the string to be printed in different lines, then what you will do? You can use \n, which you have studied. What is the use of \n? For creating new line. Okay, so you have to use \n and the string concatenation operator plus, as shown here. You can see string str equals to, I have used string str equals to double quotation mark NEHS is one of the best school, and then I have written \n, means after writing this sentence it is going to change the line. Okay, and then I have written plus sign. Plus sign is used for concatenation. It will add the two strings, and then I have written the another string school of Patna in double quotation mark. So these two values, NEHS is one of the best, and another value school of Patna will be printed, but in next line. School of Patna will be printed in next line. Okay, this will print that line in two different lines. Now coming to integer literal, children. Any number without a fraction is treated as integer literal. It can be a decimal, hexadecimal or octal number. For example, I have written 10, I have written 012, and 012 is octal having a prefix 0. Next point, as discussed earlier, integer data types comprises of 4 types. And what are those 4 types? Int, long, byte and short. Next point, the default type of integer is int. The Java programming takes the default type as int. These are the 4 integer data types. Okay, these all data types comes under integer, which I have already discussed: int, long, byte and short. And int takes 4 bytes of memory, long takes 8 bytes of memory, byte takes 1 byte of memory, and short takes 2 bytes of memory. And what values they can store, it is described here. You can see these values, how much range these data types have. Okay, this range has been given in the description part. Now coming to the floating point literals. Any number with decimal point like 3.12 is treated as floating type literal. Any decimal number, if you have to define decimal number, then it will be floating type literal, floating point literal. And floating type data is categorized again into 2 parts as float and double. Float can be used for storing a small value, and double can be used for storing a big value. The default type of floating type literal is double. So in order to differentiate between float and double, we have to add a suffix, a small f or capital F for float. For example, if I will write 3.12, then it will be double data type. So I have to convert it into float. So what I will write? I will write 3.12 a small f, or we can write 3.12 capital F. Now the last one is Boolean literal. Boolean literal can have either true or false values. They do not correspond to 0 or 1 values as in the case of C and C++. In the case of C and C++, the true and false values is denoted by 0 and 1. But in case of Java, it is not so. The Boolean literal can have either true or false value. It is shown with true or false in Java. Okay, thank you students. These things I have discussed in this class. Thank you very much.